Heather McDonald is the author of When Race Trumps Merit, How the Pursuit of Equity Sacrifices Excellence, Destroys Beauty, and Threatens Lives. That book is out today. Heather McDonald, congratulations on that book, and bless you for pointing out that it destroys beauty, which some people still care about, thank heaven. So it does seem like these outbreaks of lawlessness and mob rule are the easiest kinds of crimes to stop.
Well, that would depend on believing in the police authority, and the elites have done everything they can possibly do to discredit legitimate police authority by calling it racist. We are seeing civilization break down in front of our eyes. It's a willed and voluntary breakdown, and it will continue and worsen until we stand up against the phony charge of racism, whether directed at the police, at medicine, or the arts, and start defending America's civilizational inheritance. I love this idea that what we're seeing is the product of starvation or deprivation or poverty. These mobs are all organized on social media. The participants all have smartphones. That's not my idea of starvation or deprivation.
You wonder, though, I mean, if you're the opposite, the so-called opposition party, which, of course, most of the time colludes with the Democratic Party, but if you're an ambitious Republican, like running on making the country safe and clean and getting the junkies out of the parks and the marauding teenagers out of 7-Eleven, like, that's not hard. Why does nobody do that? Is everybody so intimidated that no one will just say that obvious truth?
Yes, they're absolutely intimidated because the left will say they're playing the race card. It's very odd because the left says there's no racial disparities in crime, and yet if somebody talks about crime, they'll be accused sotto voce of being racist. So the left actually knows something that it's not letting on. The fact is that law enforcement is not racist for having a disparate impact on black criminals. It has a disparate impact on black criminals when it's enforced in a colorblind manner because the black crime rate is so high. Who suffers from that black crime rate? Overwhelmingly, black victims. And yet we're not allowed to talk about those black victims because doing so means talking about black crime. And America turns its eyes away from the pathological inner city culture that gives us these mobs, that gives us these barbaric drive-by shootings, and that will tear down everything unless we stop capitulating to the racial hustle, Tucker.
You see a video like that and you really feel like, wow, it's not just coming, it's here. And we do need to stand up against it if you care about, civilization. Heather McDonald, sure appreciate your coming on. Thank you for writing this book. I'm going to read it.
You. I hope so.
Well, one
Thank
of the big questions.
Within seconds, I was surrounded, not allowed to walk freely, pushed. As you can see, my nose is bleeding.
They just walked up to him and assaulted him.
You want to see? Where's the video?
I have it on my camera, but I'm filming
show it
right
to
now.
me?
Yeah, I can show it to you.
How about you show it to me?
Are you going to do something about it if I do?
If I actually see an assault and not a claim of an assault.
For your nose?
No, it's
How do you think that happened, ma'am? You think he did it to himself or something?
People can do these things to hurt themselves on purpose.
You don't honestly think
I've got a
that
police
this man
officer here
just
thinking I scratched myself on purpose. This is hilarious.
Oh, the rosy-cheeked face of tyranny. She could be working in the Citibank HR department. Maybe she will be someday. And